Most people ruin the conversation within the first 30 seconds without even realizing it. Here's why. Most people ask the same standard default questions that get the same standard one-word answers. For example, most people, when they see someone, the first thing they say is, "How are you doing?" or "How's it going?" And the response is, "I'm good. How are you?" "I'm good." And the conversation just dies, right? Or let's say you're meeting someone new. Oftentimes, one of the first questions is, "Hey, what do you do for work?" And they will reply with, "I'm a software engineer." One-word answer. And you say, "Okay, where do you work?" And then they say the company, and then the conversation then dies, right? And yes, you can continue the conversation from there, but it's just so much harder. So why don't we just make it easier on ourselves and ask better questions that give us better answers? So if you want to be better at connecting with people and better conversation, then let's start changing the first few questions we ask people. So instead of saying, "How are you?" just subtly change that to, "What's new with you?" Or like, "What's good?" And that subtle shift is actually going to allow them to think about what's new and give you a better response, something that you can actually work with. And if you meet someone new, instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" ask them, "How do you like to spend your time?" That question is going to allow them to bring up something they actually like doing and something they actually like to talk about, because you're asking them specifically, like, "How do you like to spend your time?" So if you want to improve how you connect with people, change the first one or two questions that you ask in any conversation. And on top of that, start changing your answers to those standard questions, because you know people are going to still ask you, "How are you?" and "How's it going?" But instead of just the candid, normal response, give them something to work with. For example, my week's been really busy, but I have this trip coming up to Alaska that I'm really excited about. And then they have something to work with. They're going to ask you about Alaska. Actually share how you're doing and what you're excited about, and you'll just notice the conversation will flow a lot easier. So remember, 1, change the first few questions that you ask people, and 2, upgrade your answers to those questions. Cheers.